You know the feeling before the number. You're doing the math and you've looked at what you have coming in, look at what you got going out, and you hope that something will change, but you don't have the money this month for that bill, for that credit card payment, for that loan. And here's what most people do next. They do nothing. You don't call the company. You don't look at your app. The date just comes and it goes and you wait because you have no idea what's about to happen. And honestly, not knowing feels safer than finding out. So I'm gonna walk you through, let's say day one after the missed payment to about 6 months. They tell you to pay on time and then they go quiet about what happens, as if you're about to fall off a cliff. But it's not a cliff, it's a timeline. Every stage has a door for you to get some help. Days 1 through 29, let's say the date passes. For most accounts, nothing's gonna hit your credit yet. Lenders generally don't report late until you're 30 days past the due date. So you'll get a late fee, but that record everybody's afraid of, not yet, nothing crazy. But this is the widest story you will ever have during this timeline. One call here can end the whole story. Almost every lender has a hardship program. Move your due date, skip a payment, set up a plan. Not because they're nice, but because if they can get you to agree to something now, that's better than having to chase you down later for all of their money. But some will say no, but the answer is already no if you don't ask. Around day 30, this is where a late payment can get on your credit. Whether and when depends on the lender. But once it's reported, that 30-day late is a part of the file. Still fixable. Bringing it current still works. Day 60 through 90, maybe you get a second late, a third late. The calls pick up. Every door from day one is still open. You can still call about the hardship program. And honestly, it works better now because they see that they're about to lose you. But this is where people go quiet. And quiet is what closes doors. Around day 180, that's about 6 months in, the account usually gets charged off. It doesn't mean that they are forgiving you. They wrote it off their own books. The debt is still yours, and they might keep collecting. They might keep collecting, hire a collection company or sell it. And if somebody wants money out of your paycheck, they generally have to sue you and win first. So don't ignore court mail. 6 months, and at every stage, the fastest way through was a phone call. So why is the phone so hard to pick up? It isn't laziness. You're avoiding it because of what you think they'll say. Some person making you explain yourself, making you say out loud that you couldn't cover the $200 for this month, and you'd rather let it ring. Here's what's actually on the other end of that call. There's somebody in a call center reading a script who's had this conversation 40 times a day with thousands of people, or 40 times a day, with people who don't even know you. They won't remember you, and they have a list of options they can get measured on putting you into. There was never any judgment in that call. The judgment was all in the room, and that's the cruel part. The shame shows up exactly when talking would help most. It hits hardest when the doors are the widest. So people go quiet at day 5 and come back at day 200. And by then, a fixable month became a real problem, not because of the money. You're not behind on being a person. You're behind on a payment. Those are different things, and only one of them has a phone number. So pick one, not all of them, one. Just make a call this week. Missing a payment starts a clock. Saying nothing is what makes it run out. Send to somebody who is just letting their creditors call them and letting the phone ring. Talk first, tools later.
Talk sense, making sense of